What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out an awesome team with Shadow Alolan Marowak with Pokemon you probably have, and this team is incredibly strong. Shadow Alolan Marowak, Azumarill with Hydro Pump and Play Rough, and Medicham there. These battles were submitted by a fellow content creator, Felrose, who's already hit Legend, but this was an old set that he did and submitted a while back, and when Great League finally came back, we're going to go ahead and shoutcast these as Shadow Alolan Marowak is the GOAT. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have Marowak on the lead versus Umbreon. Okay, let's see how they handle this. We're probably going to see a swap out right away into the Medicham, which we do, and they're going to go ahead and come into the Azumarill right now. So this is a losing matchup, but thankfully Psychic is going to be doing a decent amount of neutral damage, and we'll have to see if they do have Play Rough, which most Azumarills do have these days, which means they're going to have to shield if they want to try to take switch advantage right here. So they're going to go ahead and shield. Now let's see if they decide to go for Ice Punch for the shield bait or just go straight for the Psychics right here, as Psychic will be enough to basically take out Azumarill, especially if it lands. So here comes a Psychic. Will we see the shield from Azumarill? Yep, we do see the shield. Okay, that would have been great if they could have got a shield bait there with Ice Punch, but ultimately you don't want them to no-shield it. We're going to go ahead and see double shields right here, so they're really trying to commit to the switch advantage or at least get all shields from Azumarill. So let's see how this plays out. They're going to go ahead and go for the Psychic now. This is, again, going to force that final shield here from Azumarill, and they do get it. Now, unfortunately, they won't be able to get to another Psychic in time, and they did try to swap right there to try to catch the charge move, but that's okay. They're going to go ahead and go down to Play Rough. So Alolan Marowak is likely going to come in and farm down, as Azumarill is out of energy. And Fire Spin, even though it is resisted, is going to be doing enough resisted damage to be able to fully farm down right here. And energy on Alolan Marowak is always very nice. So they do fully farm down. Now they're going to swap out right away into Azumarill. Umbreon comes in, and in comes a Talonflame. Uh-oh, this Talonflame does not know the Azumarill has access to Hydro Pump. So this is going to be booming the bird out of the sky. So thankfully they did get two shields. Boom! One-shots it, and that's a good game. Umbreon is not going to be able to handle Azumarill right now, as it does have Play Rough. So they decide to surrender. All right. So it's really nice having Hydro Pump there for situations like that, or even against Registeel. Alright, so we got Swampert on the lead, another terrible lead. They're going to go ahead and swap out right away into the Medicham. Here comes Skarmory. Okay, so in this situation, we want to be going for Ice Punches, as it does do neutral damage. And thankfully, Counter as well is really starting to chip away, but Skarmory can ultimately win this one with the fast move farm down, basically, but they're going to have to give up shields, which is definitely what the Medicham wants right here. You want that 2-to-1 shield situation if you can get it. So Alolan Marowak, and they do get it right there. So Alolan Marowak can come in and hard farm down for energy. So we'll likely see a no shield right here. That is correct. All right, so Alolan Marowak going to come in, load up on energy. They're going to have to shield a potential Brave Bird right here, which is obviously what you don't want to get hit with, but they can hit with a Shadow Bone right back to the Shadow Swampert, which is going to be very good for them. Yep, there goes the Brave Bird. They do farm down. Swampert is going to be coming back in, and they do have the Shadow Bone ready. This can threaten a shield right here, and if they do get a shield, Azumarill definitely has a lot of play to sweep this game. And nope, it lands, so they're going to go ahead and try to catch the charge move here on Azumarill, but the Swampert decides to stay in, and they throw early. This is definitely just going to be a Hydro Cannon. There's no way that's going to be a Sludge Wave, and they knew it right away, so they decide to no shield, and it's going to be Galarian Stunfisk in the back. Do you think they're anticipating a Hydro Pump right here? Hydro Pump coming in super clutch, and you honestly maybe don't need it you don't need Ice Beam, I should say, on this team, because they do have Ice Punch and Psychic, along with Alolan Marowak to kind of handle Grass-type Pokemon. The Psychic there for Venusaurs. So they do get a shield right there with the Hydro Pump, so they're going to have to hopefully get to another one in time. Question is this going to be a Rock Slide shield bait? No, it was the Earthquake right there. Very unfortunate. Alolan Marowak is going to have to come in and hard farm. Remember, the Swampert is out of energy. It threw that Hydro Cannon, so they're going to have to shield right here. Yeah, they got to shield the Rock Slide. They got to load up on some more energy. Swampert comes in right away, and they're going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club, because this is going to do neutral damage still, and it might just be enough to take it out. And it does. Can they get to another Bone Club in time? Yes, they can. The GOAT able to take the sweep right here. Saving the shield for it was a huge call, and good game. Very well played. All right. Moving into the next battle here. Hydro Pump for sure on this team is so clutch. All right, we got a Lickitung on the lead. Another terrible lead. We're going to see that swap out right away into the Medicham. We do see a Toxicroak come in. This is actually a huge situation for them to potentially one-shot right there here. They're going to go ahead and go straight for the Psychic. And the Toxicroak has to be very fearful that this will one-shot, and they do get the shield right there. Now, Medicham's still in a really good position, able to resist counters. Get a little bit of lag right here. Okay, it looks like the counter still went through on both sides, but they're going to go ahead and shield the potential Sludge Bomb. But is it going to be a shield bait? No, it is going to be a Sludge Bomb. That's a huge call. Now they're in Ice Punch range. This is what's great about Medicham here, is you can put out double Ice Punches and get the shields here from Toxicroak and potentially take it out, getting yourself switch advantage. So they're going to go ahead and go for it. These Ice Punches are going to be neutral, and hopefully it's going to be enough damage to take it out, and it is beautiful. They decided to keep a shield right there, and we are going to see the Lickitung come in, so they're going to go ahead and go straight for Psychic now. Just apply as much pressure as they can, and Medicham able to take that switch advantage is really huge for this game. So Lickitung tried its best to farm down, but it's not going to be able to. It's forced to throw the Body Slam here, and this is where Alolan Marowak could actually come in and farm down with Fire Spin. Nope, they're going to come in with the Azumarill instead. It's actually going to be a Surf Fetched in the back, which is a really tough situation right here for them, because if it has access to Night Slash and Leaf Blade, it can core break this team. And it does have the Night Slash, which means it most likely has the Leaf Blade as well. But they're going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club. You gotta try to get that shield bait right here if you can with the Bone Club, and they do get it. I don't think Azumarill is going to be able to close this game out, but the Alolan Marowak, no, loses the CMP tie. Surf Fetched is going to be able to get the final Night Slash off. Any boost? No boost. It's going to be up to Azumarill to win this one. Surf Fetched has to get 2 Leaf Blades off, but I don't know if it has enough HP to do it. Lickitung as well has a little bit of energy, so this is going to be extremely close battle. They have to commit to the farm down right here, and no! The Surf Fetched gets the Leaf Blade, but can the Azumarill hang on? 1 HP in a dream? Nope, it goes down, so Surf Fetched able to take that one. Good game. Alright, moving to the next one, we got Marowak on the lead versus Golbat. Okay, very interesting matchup right here. Both Pokemon going to be hitting pretty hard with the Shadow Bone and Shadow Ball here, but Fire Spin definitely looking to be the dominant fast move in this matchup. We see a swap out straight into Scrafty. Very interesting right here. Scrafty going to be getting hit with this resisted damage, but they're going to go ahead and load up back on some energy and look to swap out probably into Medicham right here. Yeah, they swap out into Medicham and fully counter down, as foul plays really don't threaten the health too much. With that remaining HP there on Scrafty, they should be able to counter down and have an Ice Punch loaded for Golbat, maybe even close to 2. So here comes the next foul play. Medicham not too concerned right here, as they're looking pretty good on health in order to get off 1 Ice Punch here versus the Golbat. But is this going to be a CMP tie? It is going to be a CMP tie. Do you shield right here? Yeah, they got a shield. They need to put some more pressure, and it was just a Poison Fang debuff. That is so unfortunate, as Ice Punch now going to be threatening the Golbat. Let's see if they decide to shield right here. It's probably just going to get a second shield, yeah. And they will be able to farm down. Oh, what a beautiful swap by the opponent. Catching the Ice Punch right here on Walrein. You didn't see that coming, but they can come in with the Alolan Marowak now, since they are ahead on energy, and just go straight for a Shadow Bone. This is so devastating for Walrein, because they don't really have enough for an Earthquake just yet, and they are going to be able to farm down, so that's looking to be a good game. The opponent surrenders, but that was a great catch by them to catch the Ice Punch. Alright, moving into the next one, we got Marowak on the lead versus Sableye. Oh, this is a tough one. I think you have to stay in with Alolan Marowak here versus the Sableye, because you can't swap out into Medicham. The opponent's... What? What? Alright. The Sableye was so scared of Alolan Marowak that it just surrendered. Alright, we got Bastiodon here on the lead. We're going to see that swap out right into Medicham. And the opponent now coming in with the Shadow Victory Bell. So this is a good situation for Medicham to be able to put all the pressure on with Ice Punches. This is probably going to be double Grass in the back, which means if they can get switch advantage, it's going to be huge for them. They do get a shield there with the first Ice Punch. They are going to be able to get the second one in, but I don't think they're going to be able to make it to a third Ice Punch here, which is unfortunate, but Alolan Marowak will be able to get a lot of energy. They do have 2 shields as well. So Azumarill should be able to handle the grass in the back depending on what it is, even though they do only have Hydro Pump and Play Rough. So Alolan Marowak going to go ahead and let the charge move go through. Everything is resisted right here, and it was just an Acid Spray, which is fine. They should be able to farm down. Now they're going to have to switch out right away in order to clear that debuff, and we do see it's actually a Meta. That's game over. It's a Medicham in the back. All right, good game. Moving into the next one, we have Marowak on the lead versus Kanto Ninetales. Let's see how this plays out. Alolan Marowak definitely sitting in a better position here because of Bone Club. But let's see how the opponent decides to react. They go ahead and build up to the Shadow Bone and decide to throw the Bone Club here. This is a win-win situation. If Bone Club lands, it's still going to do an incredible amount of damage. So let's see if they should decide to shield. It could be an Overheat, which definitely is devastating, even though it is resisted. So that's a great shield there by Alolan Marowak. We do see a swap out into, I believe that was Pelipper right there with the typing in the top right, which hopefully you guys can see. Oh no, did I mess it up? No, you guys can see it just fine. So Azumarill is going to go ahead and come into this matchup. This is all about, can the Pelipper land the Hurricane? That's the huge call right here. It's going to need to land 2 in order to take out Azumarill. And Azumarill right now with Play Rough is sitting really good to just get the Pelipper low. So they're going to go ahead and no-shield the first one. Even, again, like we said, it has to be 2 Hurricanes right here. So there's the first one, as Weather Ball is not going to do enough damage to take out Azumarill. So they got to land the second one. But getting this Pelipper low enough where they are forced to throw this energy. This is another Hurricane. It's still okay. It's going to be the Hurricane, so Azumarill goes down. But they can come in with Alolan Marowak right here and farm down with Fire Spin and just shield the Weather Ball, but come out of this with a lot of loaded energy. So the Pelipper was able to get to the Weather Ball. That's a huge clutch charge move right there from the opponent. So they're going to go ahead and shield it and farm down. Now, let's see what decides to come back in. It is going to be the Ninetales, so they look to be extremely weak in the back to Alolan Marowak. We'll have to see what it's going to be. But the Ninetales goes down. Final Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Walrein. So this is looking to be a good game as Shadow Bone should force that final shield. And Medicham can close this game out with Psychic. And if it doesn't, they do get the shield. Yeah, they can go ahead and swap and just counter down, looking to go for the Psychic and close this game out because they're going to need at least 2, if not 3 Icicle Spears right here to take out the Medicham. Yeah, they're going to need 3. And the opponent decides to surrender. So that's going to be a good game, very well played. All right. Excuse me. Alolan Marowak versus, is he going to win a lead today? Versus Azumarill. We see a swap out right away into Medicham, which is a huge mind game as Medicham does lose this matchup, especially when behind on energy. But that's if they do have play, well, they likely do have Play Rough, but hopefully they can land some Psychics right here. So they go ahead and decide to shield the first charge move, and in the back there might be, it might be double Ghost, so it could be Sableye and Alolan Marowak. But let's see. No, it's going to be a Nidoqueen. Okay, Nidoqueen comes in. This is a huge Pokemon to come onto the field for them because that gives Azumarill in the back a lot of leeway to try to sweep this game. And they will be able to threaten with double Ice Punches right here as it will be able to do super effective damage. So this is a really nice situation here for the Medicham to force those shields from the Nidoqueen. They should be able to get to another one in time. So this should get shield number 2. If not, it's going to be extremely low. It's extremely low, and now this is going to be the tough situation. Alolan Marowak is going to have to shield the Earth Power. Yeah, they got to give up the shield here on the Earth Power and try to get as much energy as they can in order to start threatening the Azumarill with these Shadow Bones. So let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be the Azumarill again, but thankfully they will be able to get to the Shadow Bone in time. This might just force the final shield. We'll probably see a swap out into Azumarill right away here to try to catch the charge move. Let's see what they decide to do. The opponent swaps out into Scrafty in the back, so Azumarill is going to be able to take this one. All they need to do is get to 2 Play Roughs, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. Now they are going for the Power-Up Punch right here to boost that attack, but everything is resisted from Scrafty, so Azumarill does not care. Here comes the Play Rough to get the final shield, otherwise they'll just let it go and say good game. Nope, they're going to go ahead and shield this Scrafty. Wants to try to win this one. They have to start going for foul plays because counter and power-up punch is not going to be enough to do it. They go for another power-up punch, but that is not going to be enough damage as Azumarill is going to be able to get to it. Yeah, the opponent surrenders right there. Good game, very well played. All right, moving into the next one. We have Marowak on the lead versus Shadow Granbull. Is this Snarl or Charm? Let's see. The opponent's likely going to swap out. That looks to be Charm right there. So Alolan Marowak sitting really good. We see a swap out into Komodo, which is very spicy. So the Shadow Bone here is going to force that first shield, and we will likely see a swap into the Medicham now to counter down and try to get as much energy as they can for a Psychic against the Granbull. Also, no need to shield right here, Dragon Claw. They decided to go for close combat, though. It's going to be resisted. So the, see if they can get this Psychic off here against this Shadow Granbull. This Charms are going to be chunking. It's going to be pretty dangerous right here. Oh, they decided to go for Ice Punch instead, hoping to try to get to 2 right here versus the Granbull, knowing that they'll probably get a shield on the first one. Now this is going to be a race. Those Charms are chunking, and they don't get to a second one in time. But Alolan Marowak is going to be able to come in, and they have to shield. There's going to be a crunch coming through here from the Granbull. And now let's see what that final Pokemon is going to be. It's going to be a Ninetales, so that's looking to be a good game. Very well played as Alolan Marowak can pressure this. There's still a Azumarill in the back, and they're likely going to force that final shield here with the Bone Club, which they do. Which means we get a Hydro... Oh, they decide to surrender right there. We got a lot of surrenders. All right. Good game. Moving to the next one, we got Marowak on the lead versus Medicham. Hey, you won a lead. Let's go. Only like 16 minutes into the video. All right, we see a swap out into Lickitung, and here comes the Medicham to lock it down. They do need to be concerned about multiple body slams landing, but going straight for the Psychic right here is a great call to just put a lot of neutral pressure in this matchup, maintain switch advantage, which is great. They should be able to fully counter down right here, but these body slams are going to hurt. 2 might be enough to be able to survive. There's 1. Yeah, this is going to be really close. There's 2, but they did get the counter through. So that means the Lickitung might go down, and they might be able to... So this is going to be so close. Oh, they decided to undercharge it. Okay. So they decided to undercharge, but that gives room for Medicham now to get off a Psychic here in the mirror match, which obviously is a really nice advantage for the Alolan Marowak. The reason why they decided to undercharge the Body Slam is so that their Medicham could get some more energy for this matchup, as Psychic does a lot of damage. But Alolan Marowak doesn't care. They're going to go ahead and no-shield it, and it is going to be an Ice Punch shield bait. That's a huge call right here from Zer Felrose, now going for the Bone Club to force that shield from Medicham. They aren't swapping out as well, which means they might be weak to Alolan Marowak in the back. And let's see, they got a shield now. Could be the Psychic. Alolan Marowak loaded on energy. Let's see what the opponent decides to do. It was another Ice Punch. They must be extremely weak. They're trying their best to get all the shields that they can. What could be in the back? Oh my gosh, double shields on a Medicham to a Shadow Alolan Marowak. Something in the back is so weak. It's got to be Registeel. It's got to be a Registeel. No, it's going to be a Charm Ninetales. That is weak as well, and they will be able to get to the Shadow Bone in time. So the Alolan Marowak able to take this one, core breaking the Ninetales and Medicham team. They're going to come in with the Azumarill and Bubble down, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, moving to the next one. We got Marowak on the lead versus Ninetales again. Let's see how the opponent decides to react right here. Looking to stay in. We're going to go ahead and see a swap out into Medicham, actually, this game. Looking to stay in with the Ninetales as well, putting a lot of pressure with Weather Balls right here for neutral damage, but Medicham can tank 1 or 2 of them. Actually, 2 of them is going to be pretty close to losing, and we do see a swap out in Defense Form Deoxys, so they're going to go ahead and go for Ice Punches right now. So, not sure what the third Pokemon is going to be, but a Defense Form Deoxys obviously can do very well against this whole team in the right situation. And that situation is right here. Being able to fully counter down a Medicham, have a Rock Slide for loaded energy against Alolan Marowak, but Medicham is going to be able to get off multiple Ice Punches now to the point where it might just force a shield here from the Defense Form Deoxys. No, deciding to no-shield everything and commit to the full farm down, and Medicham is able to get to the next Ice Punch in time. This has to get a shield now from the opponent, which it does. That is beautiful. Alolan Marowak can come in and farm down and easily shield, let 1 Rock Slide through, and shield 1 Rock Slide right here. So we do see them decide to throw. They're going to go ahead and probably no-shield the they're going to shield the first one. It is going to be that Rock Slide. They can farm down with Fire Spin. Let the second one go through and save that shield for Azumarill potentially in the back, as it's not going to be enough. We do see the swap back into the Ninetales, and the Azumarill now comes out, and I don't think this was enough energy for a Solar Beam, which means it's just going to be a Weather Ball, and they will be able to farm down. This is a huge farm down for Azumarill, and the opponent decides to surrender right there. Good game. All right, moving to the next one. We got Marowak on the lead versus Walrein. Okay, so they have 3 really good answers to Walrein right here on this team. So let's see how the opponent decides to play it. Now they're going to swap straight into the Medicham. We do see a Sableye now come out. So Sableye can core break this team pretty hard. Obviously doing very well against Medicham. Does extremely well against Alolan Marowak. But everything can put pressure on the Sableye right back. Sableye is going to have to throw energy if it wants to take out Medicham. And this isn't even going to do enough damage to take it out. So let's see if they can get another Ice Punch off. Yeah, they do right here. This might... I don't think we're going to see a shield here from the Sableye. But if we do... Nope, they decided to let it go. Alolan Marowak might just be able to one-tap Fire Spin. No, they're going to come in with the Azumarill instead and bubble down, but the opponent gets to the charge move. Is this going to be a return, though? It is going to be the return, so a decent chunk of damage right there. Still able to no shield, and let's see what decides to come in. Walrein, Sableye, and it's going to be a Nidoqueen. This is devastating right here for them, as they're going to have to get to this Hydro Pump. We see a swap out. Oh, the opponent made a great swap, and this Hydro Pump is going to go into resisted damage now versus the Walrein. They got to load up on some more energy right here and try. Oh, this is so devastating. This is so devastating. Alolan Marowak is going to have to take this one, as the Icicle Spear, I don't even think is going to be enough to take it out. They do get to the Play Rough in time to force the shield now from the Walrein. If they get a shield, Alolan Marowak could potentially sweep. And they don't. They swap out right away, and one Fire Spin taps it down. The tables have turned. Nidoqueen is coming back in, and the only way Nidoqueen can win is landing in Earth Power. They're going to go ahead and shield, stop that Poison Fang, and it's just going to be up to Bone Clubs right here. Bone Club, your little hard out goat, to take this Nidoqueen down, as, oh, this is going to be such a close game. They're at another Bone Club right here. They need to get to one more in order to win this one, but Nidoqueen has a decent amount of energy, so this is going to be an extremely close endgame. Can they get to it in time? They have to shield again. Are you calling the no Earth Power? You're calling the no Earth Power. There's a Poison Fang. That's a huge call right there. They should be able to get to another Bone Club in time, and they do. So that is looking to be a good game. Very well played, as they stop the third Poison Fang right there and get the Bone Club off. So huge turn of events right there with the Azumarill. First, the Hydro Pump landing on Walrein. That's a great catch on the opponent. And then the Play Rough at the last minute. Really good battle right there, and I believe that was the final one. So huge congrats to Felrose. Again, link down in the description to his channel, fellow content creator. He did hit Legend, but this was his Alolan Marowak battles before that. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.